Hey guys, and welcome to the Brit Lab Taste Lab. A bit of a special film for you today. We are doing a collaboration with Jamie Oliver's Drinks Tube, and I'm joined by Rich from the channel. Rich, hello.
Hey.
Thanks very much for this. It's going to be so much fun. Give us the lowdown on Drinks Tube.
So Drinks Tube is a YouTube channel. It's the only place on YouTube where you get to learn about drinks, all things cocktail, wine, beer, soft drinks, how to use them, how to make them, how to drink them.
Rich is going to be making us a perfectly scientifically balanced cocktail over on the Drinks Tube channel. Today we're just going to be looking at flavour itself, what taste is, and also why certain flavour combinations work well together.
Sounds like fun.
So first things first, what is flavour? Well, when you take a big bite out of something or a satisfying slurp of one of your awesome cocktails, what you get is a whole barrage of signals hitting you, and flavour is the combination of all those. Now you might think that flavour is all down to what's going on in the mouth. Can I use you? Can you stick your tongue out? Now, you've got taste buds all over in here. You've got them on your tongue, on the soft palate, you've got them on the cheek, down your throat, and each of those taste buds is kind of like a goblet kind of shape, and it contains about 50 to 150 different taste receptor cells, but they can actually only detect 5 different basic tastes. Compare that to your nose. Now that can actually pick up around 1 trillion different odours, and it does it by, it travels up either straight up the nostrils,
do that.
or up the kind of the tube that connects your throat into your nose.
There are loads of experiments you can do to kind of prove that as well. So take a leaf of mint, like that, hold your nose,
all right.
shove that in your mouth and give it a good chew. You shouldn't actually be able to taste very much.
Bitter.
Release your fingers off your nose.
So there's no mint at the moment.
And that's all coming from what your olfactory bulb is kind of analysing and suddenly deciding that yes, it's a little bit bitter, yes, it has some texture, but it's fresh and it's mint.
So what are those basic 5 tastes? Where do we get them in drinks as well? So you've got sweet.
So sugar, honey, maple syrup,
Sour.
lemons and limes primarily, but grapefruits, a little bit of orange, clementine, citrus fruits.
Salt.
Salt.
Good. Bitter.
Bitter is a complicated one. Things like rosemary, if you really press and muddle them down, you get this lovely bitterness.
So that's 4 of the big 5 tastes. What's the 5th? Well, it's actually savouriness, or umami as it's called. Really interesting, this kind of new-ish science. We didn't actually work out what the receptor cell was for umami until the year 2000. Back in 1909, a Japanese chemist found that an amino acid called glutamate really hit that umami savouriness, and he actually then made a glutamate salt, MSG, that's been used as a flavour enhancer ever since.
So seaweed broth was how we extracted it in the first place, and people still use a lot of those kind of seaweedy things. It's kind of on trend at the moment.
So if we asked you to draw a picture of where you sense those different tastes on your tongue, you might draw something like this. The classic taste tongue map.
Ah, it's a big fat lie.
Big fat lie. You don't actually pick up different tastes in different areas. You can mix different tastes together wherever on the tongue, or within one taste bud, or even within one taste cell.
However, there are certain elements of that taste map that there is a little bit of truth in still. Yeah. Bitterness, for example, you really do taste bitterness more at the back of your palate.
Which is really interesting evolutionary-wise, because if you're eating or drinking something poisonous, it tends to be really bitter. So that's kind of like the last defense. It's right at the back of your tongue. It's your last chance to taste it, sense it, and spit it back out again. So we're now going to have a look at how they actually interact and affect each other. So Rich, what have you got for us?
So, the first one is the all-time classic, Margarita.
Amazing. So, the lime in this plays a really interesting role. So, sour actually enhances bitterness at low concentration. But at high concentrations, like you've got in here, it suppresses bitterness.
It does, yeah. The interesting thing about that is the balance between the lime and the triple sec, the orange liqueur. Orange liqueur isn't as sweet as sugar. So even though that they're in equal parts, this drink is still intrinsically going to be quite dry. So salt in low quantities, like it is around this rim, will suppress the sourness a little bit and help bring an overall balance to the drink.
So good. Right. I could drink the rest of that, but I won't. What's next?
So next we have that all-time classic, the Bloody Mary.
Oh, yes. And what's great about this is it pretty much hits all of our 5 different tastes, apart from bitterness.
Yeah, pretty much. It has the sourness, it has a little squeeze of lemon juice in there. Go for it. Yeah, have a sip. The umami, of course, it has loads of tomato juice. It also has the Worcestershire sauce, salt and pepper, of course, as well.
My fact for you, Dr. Neil DaCosta presented advice to the American Chemical Society about how to make the best Bloody Mary. And he said, because it's highly unstable, apparently, you've got to make it fresh.
Oh, I would completely agree with that. Definitely make it fresh, and also don't ever shake your Bloody Mary as well.
So finally, how can we go about crafting new flavour combinations? Well, first up, it's down to culture. If you look across to Vietnam and China, then they love salted plum juice, which doesn't really float my boat, but you know, they've grown up with it and they must love it.
I think Mexico is a fantastic example of that. They love their salt in Mexico. They put salt on everything, like salt in grapefruit juice or salt on lime with like chili sauce. Insane.
Right, so the second thing you need to look at is the science, and Scientific American magazine have got a brilliant interactive chart where they've actually partnered things together based on their chemical flavours. So caviar and white chocolate match because they're both heavy on trimethylamine. I'll put the link to the interactive chart below, you guys go and explore it. Bonus fact for you guys, in 2014, IBM decided that they would use their supercomputer, Watson, to become a supercomputer chef. What they did was they inputted in with a whole database of recipes and all the information about the different chemical flavouring, and they just set it chugging and it spat out a whole load of things that should taste really, really good. So, chocolate, apricot and beef burrito.
Ooh, I don't know. I don't think you need a supercomputer to know that that doesn't sound terribly appealing.
Plum pancetta cider.
I don't know, off the top of the thought, that doesn't sound great, but you know, that could possibly work. I mean,
work.
cider and plums work quite well.
Yeah.
Pancetta and apple works quite nicely. There might be something you could do with that.
Honey and hoof ale.
Oh, now that's pretty gross.
Well, let's hope that our perfectly balanced scientific cocktail is a little bit better than Watson's suggestions. Head over to Jamie Oliver's Drinks Tube to check out that video.
And if you haven't already, please subscribe to Jamie Oliver's Drinks Tube. It is a wonderful channel. You get to learn loads of cool stuff. Makes your life better.
There you go. Rich, thanks so much, man.
Cheers, dude.
Cheers.